What's Am? Am I back? Am I back? Okay, 4 minutes in, I'm back. What's Am? I am back. I've been talking so long. So we're gonna start over. So this thing might be a little longer. Zachy, how you been though, Alpha? By the way, if you don't know, like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. We're gonna do more of these. I know this is the season finale, but we'll do more shows. And when Power come back on, we will have Power, and we will have again another show coming on. I hope y'all like the. Yes, we back. I didn't even, bro. Every time I switch to this computer, I hate these OBS killing me. I've been saying that for the last week. Yes, we back. By the way, if you don't know who I'm talking to, I am live on YouTube. I go live every Sunday when Power and LoveCraft Country come on. Might still go live every Sunday, depending on what shows come out. So be looking forward to that. And I appreciate you, Zachy, for being here. We talking about LoveCraft Country. I know Zachy might not know what he might do. I don't know. But this is called Full Circle. And basically, let me stop recording and start back. Yeah, we are talking about LoveCraft Country. We're getting to the episode 10, the finale. But I appreciate you being here with Zachy. If you don't know, I'm on YouTube. If you're listening through Spotify, Apple Music, anywhere else, I am live on YouTube. We be live usually every Sunday night when Power or LoveCraft Country is on, or P Valley. So be here when those shows are on, and we will be live every Sunday night. Zachy said he don't know. I appreciate it, man. By the way, hit that follow button if you're on Spotify, Anchor Music, or whatever you're on in podcast. I'm sorry, I'm saying it over again for the people on YouTube because I started back my recording. so if I did that, you know what I mean? So yeah, Zachy, we talking about LoveCraft Country. The theme of the show is called Full Circle. They go back to Autumn, where it all started, the show from episode 1. Zachy, I hope I get you to watch the show, because it's a good show. But we get back to Autumn in episode 1. We just call Full Circle because we're back to where we started. The whole episode is about will TIc bite the dust, and who will Ruby choose? It's very enticing, very much incredible to watch, and I enjoyed it. By the way, let's give a shout out again, since y'all couldn't hear me before, to Michael K. Williams and his powerful acting in the last 2 episodes. The emotion from that man. It's on HBO Max, Zachy. The emotion from that man in the last 2 episodes was incredible. The scene when they burn down the city is amazing. Yeah, it's on HBO Max. Anybody want to know? It's on HBO. The scene when Tulsa, Oklahoma, when they were burning down the city and he started naming names, was incredible. His emotion at the end of this episode was incredible, and it made the show feel a lot more powerful. I have seen some complaints about the show has too many powerful moments and you get confused. I understand that, even though some of the article I read was shilling another show, so I feel like they paid them to say that and bring you to another show, which I don't respect, so I'm not watching that show unless I get enough people tell me the show is good. But yeah, we're about to get started. We're not receiving enough video. Let me fix them on the screen. Okay, let me. Is HBO Max not in Canada? What's wrong with them, Zachy? Can I change this? It went from not healthy to. I gotta change this real quick. Hope y'all bear with me a little bit. Okay, we're back. Canada is good, but have nothing. Shout out to Canada, man. Shout out to people in the chat. I appreciate y'all watching. I hope y'all ain't experiencing buffering, because it does say it's a little buffering, so I don't know what's going on right now. So we're gonna see. Okay, we're back. There we go. I'm sorry to the people here in the recording. We getting some things. I'm not in my normal spot, so. Okay, we finna get in the story. Hey, that doll that was D in this episode was not, they did not edit that good. You can easily tell that was a doll at the beginning that was supposed to be D in the opening scene. As we go on, we see TIc and Letti, they cast a spell, they both pass out, they end up in the past with their ancestors. And we find out the words that Hannah, the ancestor, we find out her name is Hannah. We find out that her words, what she said when he met her, we finally found out the word. She says the answer is in your blood. To do something that you should have did a long time ago is what's going on in that. We see Letti met his grandmother. They both learned a lot. She said, we learned a lot about it. We learned that that wasn't flames that he'd been seeing. That was rage from the ancestors past. We learned that was Hannah's rage, and she had to learn how to control it, and she was angry, and she was mad. And they have to figure stuff out, and they both figured it out. We see that the ancestors tell, and we learned that Letti met, like I said, Letti met the grandmother. She told us stuff. She said Hannah had all this rage. They explained the same thing in another way, and that Letti and Atticus had their own journey they had to go through. We'll find out later on about the story. Will Atticus die? Then we finally meet Atticus' mother. We met his mother on the show. The first time, he got very emotional. They go back in the past after casting another spell where they fixed the kind of. Her arm is gone. Her arm is messed up, but they fixed her. And then we get the alpha scene when Letti and Atticus come through. We get that alpha scene. They drop through with the music drop. They start getting stuff together, and we see they meet the old man that been kind of through this all. You know what I'm saying? They meet the ancestor through the spell, and we see Hannah and the grandmother and the mother back. I don't know if we even got their names. I know we finally got Hannah's name, but I don't know if we got anybody else. Titus is his name. I had to look it up real quick. Titus is his name, and they ripped his flesh off. Yes, through the help of all of them, had to come together and rip his flesh off for the spell to reverse between Christina and TIC, to reverse it and turn it back on them. And we'll find out later on what the spell was. One thing he did do is he met Christina, leading Christina to know that the Book of Names were back in their case. She comes and making an offer to him. She makes an offer to him where she says, you give me the Book of Names, I'll find another way, and I'll leave your family alone. Now, I don't know how many of y'all would take that deal. How many of y'all would actually take that deal and see what's going on with it? It kind of sounded sweet. You know what I'm saying? It kind of sounded like a sweet deal. We see that Christina takes away the book of the Mark of Cain, which makes Letti invulnerable. He takes it away out of spite, like, yo, you didn't do what you said you're gonna do, but she took it away, basically leaving Letti and the baby vulnerable. And then we see TIC make a phone call. He called Jenna. You know what I mean? He calls her, tells her to meet her at the place. I didn't like the place. I felt like it took us out of the realism of the whole story. I don't know. Did y'all like that place? I felt like it took it out of the whole story, and I didn't know like what I was supposed to do about that. You know what I mean? I feel like it took us out of the entire storyline because it was like a weird spot for them to meet. I didn't even know what was going on when they was meeting at that spot. But then she had a funny line though when she said, "Would you die to sleep with me?" Well, that's not technically what she said, but it's YouTube, so we YouTube friendly. And by the way, if anybody watching it again, I will cut off the beginning and you can watch it later on after it has come through. I will cut it off because for the first 4 minutes, I couldn't speak. TIC meets Jenna at this place, tells her you can be a monster, a hero, and we come back to what the shaman said. The shaman said that she hasn't seen darkness and she will see a lot of deaths. And she will embrace, and she will become the darkness, basically. That is what she's saying. She's saying she will become the darkness, and she's scared. And TIc said, and she tells her that her mother dies and that she felt something she didn't think she could feel it because she was the nine-tailed fox, aka a succubus. And she said she couldn't feel and she didn't know she could feel, so she came to TIc. And TIc explained to her that you can either choose to be a hero or embrace dark or be a monster. So basically that's it. She wanted to feel something. TIc tells her she is part of the family. As we see, she will ultimately become part of the family. And we see that everything seems okay. We see her bit in the scene when they come back and she's with the family again, and all these scenes of what was his name. But let's go back a little bit. We find out why Letti couldn't. Letty's at her mother's funeral, or at her mother's grave, and tells Ruby the reason why she wasn't at it. She was in jail. She was in prison. She couldn't make it. Then she admitted that she didn't really like her mother anyway, so it didn't really matter. She admitted she didn't really matter. I didn't like her anyway, so it kind of didn't matter to me. I thought that was an interesting touch, though. I really did. I thought that was a very interesting touch to go with. But it was a good show, character development. Then she goes on to show Ruby the book of names and tells her that family means to protect. Family is what you do when you protect someone. And she finally knows what that means, instead of an obligation and feeling like, oh, I gotta do that because you're my sister, or I gotta do that because you're my mother, or someone like that. You get the whole shebang. You get everything. And she told Ruby that the whole group thinks you're gonna betray us, so you shouldn't do it. You really shouldn't do it. By the way, if you have any questions in the chat, you can ask them while I'm talking, or anybody at any time. I will edit out that first 4 minutes if anybody on the YouTube that is watching it now and wants to go in the future see if the sound works. And this leads to where I was talking about at the beginning. Will Ruby betray them? But Letti tells Ruby it's something she must know. It's something that you must know about this. So she's basically she told us something we still don't know what she told her in the end of the day. But we'll figure it out. Hippolyta gives these slides a comic book under Dee's desk. And Dee reads it and said, when did you learn how to draw like this to Hippolyta? And she told her about, dang, I wish I had the name for her. I don't have the name, but she told her where she learned how to do it from. I can't think of the artist, but she told her and said, you can write too. Dee said she can't, her arm messed up. But at the end of the day, Hippolyta takes her in a room and we hear machinery. We don't know what's going on, but we hear machinery. And the whole episode has a good thing as they go to a church scene next. The whole episode has this theme, this amazing feeling of TIc having fear. Like you can sense TIC's fear when he's in this scene. You can sense it. You can just feel it the whole scene. He does a great job. By the way, he's gonna be in he's gonna be in Black Adam, I think. If he can bring this emotion out as a villain or somebody, shout out to him. Great acting in this. You can feel it in the scene when the family gets together in the shop with Jenna and the whole group. You can feel that. And then before they leave, you see Ruby comes with the blood. Kind of suspicious. But then they all get in the car and the whole family's together. It's kind of suspicious. That's how I felt during that moment. Then we see them back at Artem. They doing the spell. They putting the salt down, making everything right, trying to get the spell together so they can finally get the spell off. But then we see them at the finale where Ruby is saying things about the family. And she says a certain thing that gets Letty's attention when her tone changes. It starts speaking like Christina. That's when we get everybody coming out the woodwork. By the way, I was every time, even when Atticus came through in the little scene they start taking, I'm like, where did all these people come from? Why they haven't been around? Do they just randomly show up? Like, all these farmers of that whole village just randomly show up all the time. And I'm like, what? It was very interesting. I was like, where do these people come from? But yeah, they all come attack them. We have a big fight scene between Letti and Ruby, aka Christina, where she throws Letti off the roof. We assume, is she dead? We don't know yet. At that point, I'm thinking Atticus' grandmother knew Hannah plan wouldn't work and came up with another plan. I wasn't sure. By the way, anybody that's watching this again, if you start at the beginning, you can go to the 4-minute mic. I'm gonna have to edit it out because my mic wouldn't work. My mic wasn't quite on at that time, so I apologize for that. So it's about the 4-minute mark. I'm probably gonna put it in the comments just in case. But until I edit it, and then when I am finally able to edit it, I will take it out. So look forward to that. I wish I knew my mic went on. Shout out to Zach for letting me know. We see the spell is activated. She cuts his arm. She cuts Tic's arm. The blood starts gushing out. She bathes in the blood. At the same time, we see Letti wakes up. She had the mark of Cain on her chest. Maybe her and Ruby figured it out. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, it's better me. Ruby, we all should find out Ruby's died. This Ruby dies. Christina admits she killed her. Which I hope they don't demonetize my video, but she misses. She like, yo, I got rid of her, and the only thing she said was spare my sister. Once I found out she trying to take my blood, and she admit that it might have worked. Christina admits in a minute that it might have worked if you didn't invite Ruby, which is what kind of Montrose said. And then the spell goes on. We see Letti puts a dagger through Christina's stomach. And she's like, it's too late, I'm immortal now. We see Jenna realize what the shaman was saying as Atticus dies. Right before this. I keep saying, I can't say that word. But yeah, Atticus passes away. And as we see, Jenna realizes what the shaman is saying. When she sees the darkness climbing the stairs, she said, I had to get to those stairs and jump in there. She jumps in, sees Atticus in the story, and her succubus powers come on. The 9 tails came out, and she attacks Christina and Atticus, puts them together so the spell can work. She becomes one with the darkness. That's great foreshadowing in the story, by the way. That's some amazing foreshadowing. And then we find out that all of a sudden, the spell worked, TIC is gone. And the spell Hannah used worked. And it was a great spell. We see Christina under some rubble, passed out like, you took magic away from me. And we see that Letti tells her, no, I took magic away from everyone. Well, not everyone. Every white person can't use magic anymore. We get the, again, this is what got it. Montrose, when he finds out TIC is gone, his emotion. Then that letter. That letter was powerful. It shows that TIC knew he was gone. He was scared the entire time, but he knew he was gone. They hinted at the whole episode that TIC was going to go away. They really did. They hinted at the whole episode that he was going to go away. But seeing it and seeing the letter, knowing he was going to go away, and that fear he put in it, that was a great writing. The sacrifice at the end. Again, they left D. Every time they leave D, it's something crazy. But this time, D is scary. D meets Christina and said they won't never learn, and kills them. So I'm curious to what D is in season 2. I think that's a big season 2 thing. What is D? 100% D. That's a great Easter egg. Is she 100% D now? Because she said they never learn, and then murders Christina. I keep saying words I shouldn't say. I'm gonna let you go on. I love y'all. YouTube, please, it's the show, man. I'm doing the show. But yeah, D is scary. Then we go out with the Howl of the Vampire. Amazing ending. Again, I can see where people like it's too much going on, but then you rush into 10 episodes with all this emotion that you couldn't like navigate through. So I can get that if you like just don't. If you're not able to take in the emotion of the whole show. By the way, we have we have the super chat and we have the we'll have membership soon. So if anybody looking forward to that, if you're on YouTube, hit that like button and the subscribe button. Membership you can join will be up in probably 2 weeks, maybe 2 or 3 weeks. I gotta get some badges and some emotes for it, so look forward to that. That's for people that's watching on YouTube or join my YouTube. The link will be in the bio. For that, if you're on YouTube, like and subscribe. If you want to listen, to it on the podcast, the link is in the bio too. If we are on Anchor, we are 99 Media on all major platforms. Apple Podcast, Apple Music, all those platforms. We on all of them mostly. I think Google, we on all those. So hit that notification bell on YouTube, and I appreciate y'all for listening. I have to edit out the first 4 minutes. I'm shout out to Zachary for letting me know. So I gotta edit out the first 4 minutes. And remember to keep stumping, Alpha. Yeah, we talking about the show, man. Hey, what you thought? We can end it. Well, I'm gonna talk to the YouTube real quick, but to the Spotify listeners on Spotify, I'd like to thank y'all for being here, and I appreciate y'all. Peace on Spotify and other site. Yeah, hey, we talking about the show. We doing a little after show. How you doing, man? What you thought about it? You watched the finale? It was a lot. It was a lot, man. Hey, what you think about Michael K. Williams? That ending was amazing, right? My thoughts on it, bro. It was emotional. Michael K. Williams put it in the last 2 episodes. At first, I kind of didn't like his character, but I see what he brought in the last 2 episodes. At the ending when I done talked about the whole show. You from Brooklyn? Shout out to Brooklyn, man. Shout out to them. I appreciate Brooklyn. Yeah, Michael K. Williams killed it. I didn't like his character at first. Not that I didn't like him, but I didn't like his character. And I just did like a layover of the whole show, so I went through my notes and everything. So now I'm just chatting with y'all. I did that for the main podcast. Now we just chatting on the YouTube. I do have to edit the first 4 minutes because my audio didn't work because it was scuffed. But yeah, he killed that ending. Why not? I felt like he was kind of pointless, but then I saw him at the end what was going on. You know what I mean? I kind of felt at the end what his character was meant for and why his character was it. Because at some points I thought his character was just a random, you know what I mean? But I seen what it was. It was that emotion and the love he had for his son. You know what I mean? So I was ultimately like thinking on what could he. I was thinking about what could he bring, but that scene in Tulsa, that last episode, when you just start naming people. Diana? Did I figure out who Diana was? Who was she? I'm trying to think, because that's what I've been thinking about too. I didn't want to really look it up until after this, but I was going to look it up on this actually. Yeah, D. I know, because I was like, bro, I felt like I was like that even in my like overview of it. Yeah, I was like, in my overview, I was like, did somebody take over her? Because I was trying to figure it out while I was looking. Yeah, I know D. I was trying to figure out who she was. I'm like, did she get taken over by somebody? Oh, I didn't think about that. The robotic arm. That's dope. That's dope storytelling. Because they did the same thing with Atticus being the mysterious man. I didn't think about the one with the. Because I kind of wrote that whole. Yo, that's some good writing, though. I kind of wrote that whole thing off as, that he was just saying somebody get. I didn't even think about it because they didn't show it. But now that you said that, I'm like, oh, it makes sense. That's good writing. Because, yeah, they bring it back with multiple little Easter eggs throughout the show. This show had a lot of Easter eggs, yeah. Like the Gen I. They did. Like the Gen I with the shaman. We found out what the shaman said. You're gonna embrace darkness and you're gonna see him pass away. And then all of a sudden he came out and yeah, she was in the car reading the book, and then the creature came and saved the little vampire creature came and saved her. Then she ended up like killing Christina. Like they'll never learn. I'm like, oh, I kind of like the end. They kind of threw you from that sad end, and it made you like, oh, I kind of like that. But I didn't want to go. I didn't want to go to bed sad. I did not want to go into bed sad. I did. But yeah, I'm up here reading on it right now. Some more stuff on it. But yeah, the whole episode with Jen and going into the darkness, as they said. She thought it meant she was gonna go evil, but it meant she was gonna be the hero of the story. And I was like, oh, I was like, that's amazing writing too. Everything I love, they did it. The book, everything did it real though, with the little Easter eggs and all that throughout the whole thing. Like I said, the mysterious man was Atticus. Although they didn't. I like every feature they put in here. They had an answer for it, which I like. Which I saw some people come in. There was too much going on. I saw some people like it's too much going on, and I'm like, and I can see how you probably want longer episodes if you're not into like trying to figure stuff out. If you're just a regular casual reader, a casual person, but once you start looking at all the stuff and everything going on, like you said about TIC, talking about a woman with a robot going handing him the book and push him through the portal, and all this stuff. Like, I like that we found out his ancestor's name was Hannah. That she read the entire, and she was scared to read a book, but then she found out that was her rage and her anger from all those years. What you thought about that part, Al? I'm trying to see other little Easter eggs. By the way, what we do on this, we go over all the shows. We go over, as you can see on this side, we have over LoveCraft Country. I don't know why my hand is not in the screen, but yeah, that's that LoveCraft Country. When Power on, we go over Power Live. We see P Valley down there. So we go over all this stuff, man. So I do this live when these shows are on, but they not on right now. So we're gonna be mostly having conversations and stuff until they come back. It might be live. I might just game and talk and some chat some Sundays or something to make up for this, but I got a lot of podcasts. We got one coming out tomorrow, What's New 99 Sports, and we got the Dragon Ball Super debate. So we got some stuff, man. We've been around. Tuesday we got Samsung versus Apple. Wednesday we have this show called Purpose. It's called Embracing Your Singleness. A lot of stuff, man. Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do after I got off. This is like a reaction. Yeah, that whole rage and stuff. Yeah, man, it's important. That's why I was gonna look it up as soon as I got off it. Well, tonight later on. As soon as I got off, man, I was gonna go straight to it. I was gonna go straight to it and figure out some more stuff. But yeah, we got all kind of stuff on here. Thursday we have dating etiquette episode of Keep It 99. Man, we talk about everything, man. That's what this show about. I connect with a bunch of different people and we just chat. Each episode mostly have somebody different on, so you'll see different faces with me. And I just conversate and we just talk, man. That's what we do. So if you like that stuff, man, hit that subscribe button, man. So if you just like this kind of stuff and just want to talk about these shows, when it come back, I'm back here and we can just conversate. We usually do it Sunday at 10:30, man. So I'm down, but like I said, I might do one recorded. I might do some recorded shows on stuff that's not like live like this though. So, like I think I got some shows I need to catch up on that I'm gonna do. It's gonna be recorded though. But any shows like this, like Power, Lovecraft Country, P Valley, oh bet, appreciate it, man. But tell your friends about it, man. We just got monetized, so we having fun, man. It's gonna have a good time. We talk about. I invite everybody on the show, so it's gonna be stuff that's gonna make people uncomfortable that people don't agree with, and I'm like, I don't agree with it. It's just the way people think. You gotta understand it, man. You gotta understand how people different than you, and we might not monolithic in ideas and all that stuff. And some of it, and some way you can educate people on it. You just let them talk. Sometimes we yell at people and they can't hear how crazy they sound, so they just get angry and start arguing back. And they don't realize what's going on. So once you let them talk and then somebody else talking, they be like, oh, I might have looked at it wrong. But that's the goal of this channel, man. Have these deep conversations, embrace these shows. And it's gonna be a lot of good stuff, man. They usually about a lot of them are gonna be 10 to 15 minutes, but we got like 3 main ones that are gonna be 30. This one going over a little bit. We at 35 minutes. I'm gonna have to edit it because my sound didn't work early on. But man, we good. But it's good talking to you, y'all, man. Anything else you want to talk about before we get off? So I can go read back up on this and read everything I missed, because I missed a lot. There's a lot of Easter eggs in there. Any Easter eggs you saw? But yeah, man. For everybody on the YouTube, like and subscribe. Because I have to say that AI, by the way, because people watch this after. So like and subscribe, hit that notification bell. We talk a lot on here, bro. That's all I do is talk. So by the way, man, Power was amazing this year too, man. I actually kind of like this series of Power better than I like the ending of the last Power. No, people might kill me for that, but it is what it is. They did a great job. They did a great job. I gotta edit these minutes of this, bro. I might start, for the people on YouTube, I might start gaming and just talking conversation about these shows too. Just game while I'm talking about it and just hang out. Just chill with the people. That'd be fun. I think that'd be fun. Just talk about life and hopefully some stuff grow. We got the Dragon Ball Super debate. I think that's a great episode. The date episode Thursday gonna be amazing too. So I already recorded them. Just edit and put them out. We're probably about to get out of here. If ain't nothing else from the chat, I appreciate y'all for watching. Appreciate y'all for watching late, coming in late, talking to your boy. And I'm gotta edit this video, even on YouTube, and I hate editing on YouTube. It's terrible. But we're gonna have to do it because the first 4 minutes didn't have sound. Shout out to Zach for letting me know that again. And I'm gonna put this out on Google. So if you don't want to listen here, you'll miss out some on the small episodes on. But if you're going over, we had a big episode with the big topics with what's going on in the world today. We'll be on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and all that stuff. So again, I'm about to dip. Appreciate y'all for being here. Love y'all. Remember, keep stomping. Today could be the day something amazing happens. Peace.